We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to break through key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy sent out a bull indicator at 9:30 a.m. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to go higher and key resistance levels being tested. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels to watch to the upside and to the downside going into tomorrow. What's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Google bot. Our Google bot sent out a bull indicator since 6:41 p.m. yesterday, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, into the bell and after the bell, and call options went up 1,000% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition here from white with red borders to multiple dates of bright green bars. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bull indicator here since the 438.50 area. Inflows crossed over since that time, and the first time outflows crossed over and dominated was yesterday in the after hours. And I stated we would need to watch this very carefully if it can bring itself back up to further reflect any further strength into these charts, break through the highs there of the day of 447.50 area, and then the next resistance was 450, guys, and it reached it right up here at highs of 450.37 on the day. Inflows are above the midpoint, currently sitting at 2.20 here, above the midpoint and green on the 30-minute, and that bull indicator from 438.50 area has not been canceled, if not continued strong here within the volatility of the 30-minute. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here how these inflows pick back up. They were red and above the midpoint, and I did talk about this in yesterday's video as well. how there was a bull indicator here at 439.70 area, and these outflows had not crossed over the midpoint, and that's why things have not completely collapsed. If not, inflows were still above and strong, and they needed to switch from red to green to push up any higher, and here it is. It jumped up from 2.19 to high so far of 0.67, right? And it is currently above the second highest point yesterday of 4.59. The highest point was 5.48, and based off these inflows from yesterday, it has room to go higher going into tomorrow. Not guaranteed, but definitely something I will be watching and not ignoring here on the inflows of the 1 hour and also the 30-minute, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. Now, when we go ahead and zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here how outflows have tried reaching towards the midpoint, but it has not crossed to the downside. If it does, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts, right? Yesterday, it briefly did, brought itself back up, and inflows have dominated since that inflow crossover from yesterday at around the 446 area. Got a bull indicator here in the pre-market at 446.30 and hit highs here of 450.38. These inflow versus outflows here on the 15-minute are going to be crucial and critical, because if outflows do cross over, like I stated, it could start to reflect pretty quickly into these charts and possibly cancel out this bull indicator with a possible bear indicator going into tomorrow, and possibly even roll over that weakness into the 30-minute, and that's something to not ignore. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is 448.50, and if that gets broken through, the next support I'll be watching is 447.50 area, where things bounced off at the open. And if these outflows start to begin to the downside and cross over, I would not ignore it. And then the next support is 445, where things found support yesterday, and if that gets broken through, then comes the 443.50 area, and I'll be watching very carefully these inflow versus outflows here, as they're at the midpoint here on the 15-minute and also here on the 30-minute, and if that rolls over into the 1 hour as well. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue above, but most importantly here, to hold the strength here of this bull indicator at the 446.40 area and continue the staircase effect to the upside. These inflows need to pick back up away from the midpoint here on the 15-minute, roll that strength over to the 30-minute and 1 hour, and it's going to be crucial and critical as it's right there near the midpoint to justify any further strength, because like I've stated, if these outflows cross over, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts, and I would not ignore that in the volatility of the 15-minute going into tomorrow and how things look on the 30-minute as well. And we want these inflows to possibly push up even higher to continue reflecting any further strength to the upside, and it has room based off the history of the chart. It was at highs yesterday of 3.24 and also here of 4.19. Now, not guaranteed to make the same exact move, but something to not overlook here in the volatility of the 30-minute, and the first resistance is 450. Then above that would be the 452.50 area, and then the next level I'll be watching if these inflows can pick up very strong here on the 30-minute and also here on the 1 hour, pushing up higher and continuing to hold these bull indicators in effect and strong. The next level would be the 455 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The inflow versus outflow is going to be crucial and critical. I would not ignore it. Inflows are above here on the 1 hour. They're above here on the 30-minute and on the 15-minute, right there near the midpoint, and needs to switch from red to green and push back up away from it and hold this bull indicator true. And I'll be watching those bull and bear indicators very carefully going into tomorrow. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.